Okay.
Do you ever think that the people in the Mickey Mouse mascot at Disney World fall for the mouse traps they have in maybe some of their kitchens?
Like the smaller ones?
Yeah.
That are the size for standard mice, right?
Right.
So you're asking me if an adult, a male or female, probably a grown person,
right?
If they fall for the traps.
You can't put a kid in a Mickey Mouse costume; it'll look all lumpy and there's too much space in there.
So you do recognize there is some element of ridiculousness to what you're saying, but
no, it'd be fucking ridiculous to say a kid would be in a Mickey Mouse costume. That's dumb as hell.
But to you, it's fine that a fully grown person in a mascot uniform would fall for possibly synthetic cheese in a regular size mouse.
So you fall for it's called a mouse trap for a reason, dumbass. Anyway, let's move on from that topic.
I was prepared to go for a full 8 to 10 minutes on that shit.
I had nothing else. That was all I got.
I know what we got here. We got some culture. We have Japanese or Chinese candy. I can't remember which place I got it from. I should really know.
I'd say probably Japanese. By the way, I'm looking at it.
I would assume they're Japanese. It's called Haichu. This is one of my new favorite candies. Wait, it says Morinaga on it, though. That sounds like Aztec.
What does natural mean?
Natural?
Artificial.
Oh, that's Japan for looks good to me, guy.
That's Japan for.
Yeah. Here's what I love about these bad boys. If you haven't had a Haichu, they're delicious. But let's see if I can get it. Tony, go to Gus Cam A. If you pop them just right. Fuck, let me try the next one.
Is there a Gus Cam B?
Yeah.
We've just never used it before.
It's under the table. It's an upskirt cam. All right, here we go. Fuck. Damn it. Sometimes they pop out the top.
I was really loud with my fuck. Tony, you're going to have to turn that one down.
I'm determined here. Here we go. You got a little chode mode there. Let's less than 3 minutes into the podcast eat a really chewy, difficult to swallow piece of candy.
I'm kind of giving up because I popped it in a way where it's like now I got to rip it with my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. A lot of noises for the podcast already.
Wowza.
I saw one comment that was like, hey guys, when you're talking really quietly and then you get really loud, it's like loud. Mm-hmm. And they asked like, could Tony fix that? And it's like, we're talking louder. That's what loud is.
Sometimes it's funny if it's too loud. I'm sorry if it hurts though.
We compress the sound, but you can't go through and be like, ooh, ouchie, my ear hurt a little bit. So I'm just going to bring it down here.
That's good. Wow, this is a chore to put this candy in. I shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, you shouldn't have. That's why I backed out. I aborted. Oh no, that sound is awful.
I'm trying to power mode through it.
The thing is, I've noticed is a lot of time there's more feedback in our headphones than there are in the actual recording of the mic.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you a sound is awful, and then I'll watch a little bit of the podcast back, and you can't really hear it. So it's like I'm just sound shaming you.
Thank God. Okay, so I can really be who I truly am.
No, I don't like that at all.
Oh, real quick, I want to mention.
Dude, this is so bad.
Swallowing it all. It's like,
oh god.
It was like when you use Elmer's glue, and then the little crispy little crippies get on top there.
Yeah.
It was like if I just swallowed a big wad of those.
Oh god.
But it tasted good. Quick, I want to mention, if you guys haven't seen it yet, we released a video on my channel a little bit ago where we look at an old Blockbuster training video. YouTube kind of fucked up that day and didn't show everybody, so if you want to go check it out, it's probably my favorite commentary video I've ever released. That was so fun.
Yeah, I loved it.
And people are fucking loving it in the responses, but go check it out if you haven't seen it yet.
It's my favorite commentary video you've released, but that's only because I'm in it.
I fully understand.
I cannot watch a commentary videos of you or anybody's if I'm not in it.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
Yeah, so never seen a Content Cop, never seen an H3 video. Sometimes I'll edit, if I want to watch them, I'll edit just my face in, kind of just in the corner, and I'm like, oh.
So you have to watch them to edit yourself in there.
Well, I just put an image there and then render the whole thing out. You just slide it all on the top.
You don't really utilize your time very well.
I'm editing and rendering other people's videos just to view all the time.
I call it editing, you know.
I hate it. I do. One small thing I want to mention is I went for a haircut yesterday, and I normally back home, I have a barber I'm very loyal to. Shout out to Nate. That's all I'm going to say of his information. Mm-hmm. Nate is the best. He doesn't even he'll still ask me what I want to do, but when I start saying the phrase I always say, which is 3 on the sides and a little shorter on top than it is now, he'll cut me off and be like, got it. And it's like, Nate, you fucking get it.
Yeah.
So here, I was even debating. I hadn't got my haircut here because I go home so often, but there's a gap in between January and the end of March for when I go home.
It's February, so.
Right, I came here in January, came back from home.
I just thought you forgot the month.
What's the funny thing is we're recording this on March 1st, so it's not even February. So I get there, and a woman comes out and immediately sits me down to cut my hair. She barely says anything to me, which is pretty jarring because usually they're like, oh, just sit down here. But she just kind of like nodded that way. Mm-hmm. So she's cutting my hair. And, it's a nervous experience. I don't really care that much about my haircut, but you're like, am I going to have to wear a hat in my videos for like a month? Mm-hmm. And she just, without asking me, just on part of my face, is doing my sideburns and then just really quickly just buzzes part of my beard. So, Tony, if you could zoom in and just see on this side, I feel this is about where it ends. And on this side, this is where it's cut. So she just fucked up the lining of my beard. And before I could say anything, she just like is all gone.
That's bold.
This beard is like, it's not, I don't have the best beard in the world. It's pretty, I'd say mid to low ranking.
Okay.
But it's like, this took like a month, and it's just a month of progress just is gone.
Yeah.
So I'm going to shave it, but I just don't want to yet.
Yeah.
She just completely fucked it up. And then the thing is, like, some people, said like, well, did you say anything? Mm-hmm. And she had already trimmed, I noticed, just up here. So I was like, all right, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Like, she did that. She just cleaned it up for free. And then the other side, she just decided to fucking close her eyes and just dip down. Like she's reaching down in the bottom of a Tostitos bag. God damn it.
Totino's. Well, I also eat the Totinos like
frozen in the bag, and I just munch on them.
What's the point in microwaving them?
Yeah, so I just had a hairdresser, just fuck up my beard when I didn't want it. And she didn't charge me for like lining up my beard or anything.
Really?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
So I just paid for a regular haircut plus my beard getting fucked up. And
honestly,
then somebody asked me on Instagram, because I posted a story, they're like, did you still tip though? And it's like, yeah, I did, because she's cut my hair and it's still good. But fuck that.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, though, I would have gone full CeeLo mode, said, ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? I would have said it twice. So.
Doesn't CeeLo not say that? That's like the background singers?
Oh, well,
no, he says it after, I believe.
It's all of them. It's we
all
love.
of them.
It's all of us. I got something I didn't even tell you about this.
I'm gonna chew while you tell us.
Okay, so I'll make sure it's about 2 minutes, because that is a bitch to try to masticate. I'll tell you that, fella. So Sabrina and I were at the grocery store a couple days ago, and I like having positive interactions with like the cashiers and stuff when I go to places, because I miss that Midwest nice, and it was a really stark, noticeable change when I came out here. People just don't talk to you as much when you go out to stores and stuff.
Yeah, even in the suburbs, they move you through your cattle.
Yeah.
And I remember telling you, because I visited your college town, and at McDonald's, they're like, hey, how's your day going? And I was like, this is weird.
Yeah,
I don't like this at all.
There's 10 people behind me. But I'm fine, so thanks for asking. And there was this woman there who was, I'm not going to say her first name, but I have to say her last name is the thing. She was so nice, and I felt like an asshole, because I went up and I read it had her first name on there, and then with like a label maker, like somebody added it on there. I thought it was a seasonal promotion thing, but it said Happy Candles.
Well,
Happy Candles.
Her name is Happy Candles?
So, and it's close to her name. Her first name is not this, but it's like, it's a Donna. Wait. Happy Candles.
Oh, wait, her last name is Happy Candles?
It's Happy Candles.
Like with a dash?
No. She said that's, because, well, here's exactly what I did. I went up there, and I was just like, hey, how you doing? And I went, oh, for a second there, I thought it said that your name was Happy Candles.
Oh, gosh, like, no.
How could I have known?
But my brain would go, don't take the risk.
But it was a label maker. I thought it was like, season's greetings, Happy Candles. Forgot to peel that off 2 months ago.
Have you ever heard of Happy Candles in your life?
I don't know. Maybe it's a Christmas Hanukkah hybrid.
Or just a Hanukkah thing.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. But I fully said the phrase, hey, for a second there, I thought your name was Happy Candles, and I was laughing. God. And she goes, oh, it's actually like my married name is Happy Candles. And I went, oh. So I quick tried to like save face, because I remembered like I had met a doctor a while back whose name was like Joy Friend or whatever.
Okay.
Wonderful person, which is another unique name.
Yeah.
Not as fucking unique as Happy Candles.
Yeah.
But I said, oh, that's wonderful. My aunt's name is Joy Friend or something like that. So I thought that was an interesting name, but I was in too deep. There's no saving myself at that point. Yeah. But boy, did I learn my big ass mouth lesson there.
That's why I don't talk to people.
Nothing safe. I won't speak to her ever again.
I'll be pleasant with every time because since we worked minimum wage jobs.
Yeah.
I'll be very pleasant to people even if they're a dick to me. But I don't like small talk at all.
Yeah.
Also, goddamn, this chewable was still a bad choice. Take the reins, buddy. Take the reins.
Tasty ass stuff though, but. Yeah, I don't know. You don't even have to say their names specifically, but have you ever just seen someone with like a last name and you go, that's unfortunate.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention one.
I don't know what to tell you.
They'd know instantly.
Yeah.
I can probably get back to them.
That's the worst part. I remember one from the 80s. My mom was saying she knew this girl growing up. Her last name was Outhouse. What do you do? How do you not walk out of the playground and just get killed on the first day by kids? You just walk out there. Hey, what's your name? My name's Diane Outhouse. Dude, I'm sorry. We got to kill you. We're just playground kids.
There's a dude. I don't know if my dad grew up with him. And apparently, I believe he's a nice guy. I don't remember any stories about him or anything. But his last name was Butts. Like, how did you make it past elementary school? Like you're saying, how did you survive?
Honestly,
it's like Resident Evil 4, but you're Butts is Leon and everybody else is a zombie.
You imagine Ashley yelling Butts.
I didn't get that far yet.
Oops,
dude.
Not a spoiler, don't worry.
It's not. She's on the cover, right?
Yes, I think.
I just started playing Resident Evil 4, so for the first time.
Do you like it?
I absolutely love it. It was one of those games. I've had some trouble recently with focusing on stuff. I got a TV in my room, so I've been planning on playing story games and getting into it. And one thing is I had already played through God of War a lot, and I tried to do New Game Plus, but it had been just enough time that I wasn't playing God of War to where I wanted to experience the story again, but then Kratos has all, New Game Plus is cool because you have all the armor and all the upgrades, but then it's they're talking about the axe, looking kind of shitty, and it's, fully decked out in gold with, a bunch of shit on it.
Oh, yeah.
So I got through, 3 hours, and then I was like, I'm going to restart fully. And it's how do you play the first 3 hours for the third time again?
Yeah, that's rough. One of those big intro games where it's come on, dude.
And so Resident Evil 4 now, it immediately captured me with the gameplay. It's fucking incredible. It's awesome.
It's great. We were talking before. It makes you feel genuinely stressed out and afraid because you're so limited because you can't move when you're shooting.
Yeah, that's the thing is I also had a very weird experience with Resident Evil when I was younger. Not weird, but I had a lot of people, had their older brother or sister introduce them to the series or something like that, or a friend that brought it over. I had no Resident Evil exposure until I played 5 co-op with one of my friends, and it was one of my favorite gaming experiences. I know a lot of people don't like 5, but I loved that. And then didn't play Resident Evil until we watched Jakey play 2 here, and I was like, "Fuck, I gotta play 4."
Yeah.
The 2 remaster is so fucking good. So now I love Resident Evil, and I'm a fan.
I'm so happy. That's so cool. God damn. Now I want to play it again. Maybe after the show I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it. Can I tell you something that's not Resident Evil?
Yeah.
I already told you this an hour ago. It's the gate agent, dude.
Wait, the what?
The gate agent.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
I was telling Eddie, this feels like the most. It feels like I walked into a fucking episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm with how shittily that I just felt uncomfortable in the moment. We were coming through the gate and we were just getting we were coming to park and we were talking to the gate agent and it's just the dude at the security booth and they got an arm bar, for the hey, don't cross, you got to talk to the security dude.
With a stop sign and everything.
Yeah, and they got the dude hits up and down on it. And this guy, he's a mean guy.
He's an asshole. I'll fully say it. He's a dick.
He's just mean. He always yells at Uber drivers you got to tell me if you're going to pick up.
Yeah.
It's dude, people are just trying to do their jobs.
Exactly. We have no problem with any of the other security people, but this guy will actively be on a power trip to people, and I see it all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Stopping traffic. Sorry.
Yeah, no, he's just an angry dude. I hate when people are just fucking angry. Anyway, as I'm complaining about somebody, we are talking to him, and he likes Sabrina because she's extra nice to him, and I don't know. He likes Sabrina, so she'll always come through and usually talk to him, and I just sit in the passenger seat, and then he lets us through. But as he's talking to us and writing out a pass, one of his fellow guards comes biking through, and the security guard almost accidentally lowered the stop arm bar on the dude on the bike, his fellow security guard. And as I'm telling you right now, viewer at home, this is exactly how he reacted. For reference, he goes, "Whoops, almost dropped the bar on one of my fellow guards there." Chuckling, seeming jovial about, "Oops,
yeah, like,
well.
Hey, I almost fucked up. We're all human here."
Yeah, oh well, shoot. And Sabrina just goes like, "Oh, good thing you didn't." And I was like, here's my chance to kind of get in good with this guy.
Right.
I'll add myself into joking. So I just said like, "Oh, it's all just part of the job, I guess." And he immediately goes, "Yeah, see, except I just don't think that's funny personally. You know, a couple years back, one of the bars was lowered on me when I was in pursuit of a security situation, and I broke both tibias and a fibula, and I'm actually having more surgery in April to still fix this years-long problem that I've had with my health." Like, I'm just like,
dude, what the fuck?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
you can't do that.
It's just like, it's funny. You know, I'm actually in pain, you asshole.
Yeah.
What?
It's like he decided, oh, here's a fun human moment with two people in front of me. I'm going to make this guy feel like shit for no reason.
Exactly.
And it's not like you said something shitting on security guards. It was just like, oh, it's part of the job, you know, like as a bit, like it's clearly not part of the job.
Yes.
And he's just like, well, actually, like he actually'd you
Yeah.
for a bit when he was joking. What the fuck, dude?
I don't like it. I'd prefer to get Love Actually'd.
Yeah.
That'd been nicer.
It's just him, like, the signs with everything that he broke. Just, you know.
I broke my tibia.
It's actually, I don't find that very funny, but flips it over to another one.
Yeah.
Isn't the dude from The Walking Dead in Love Actually?
Yes, that's
He's
Andrew,
the sign guy,
Andrew
right?
Lincoln is the sign guy. I was just going to say, I later went on to star in The Walking Dead. But you're okay ahead of me there, fella.
Listen, man.
What's up?
I'm done with the podcast.
You know what I want to ask you too?
What?
We've had this discussion before, on like some road trips or back at the cabin for Christmas, and it's been bothering me for a while.
Right.
We were trying to debate if you had 1,000 lives, unlimited lives, let's say,
right,
and you were placed in an empty room, and it was just you and a full-grown bear.
Right.
Do you think that in one of those lives that you could maybe kill it with your bare hands?
So we had this discussion. I think I remember it correctly. We were on the road trip moving here in the Rocky Mountains, and instead of appreciating the mountains, we were talking about this dumb shit. And I don't know if it was 1,000, but I was saying I don't think it's 1,000. But let's say, because you can't. Like, there's nothing to grab. It's just like a room.
You know, Spidey jump up there. We kind of wall glide until you wear them out, maybe.
No, I don't think a bear's going to wear out before I am.
I don't know. What's a really fat pre-hibernation bear?
How long can they run for before they get exhausted? They outrun people. But one thing is, what I said to you is like, I wonder how many times, like as in not 1,000 times, maybe 1,000,000, maybe 1 billion. How many times would you have to run the math of me living all these lives before I accidentally kill him? Because that's the only way. Before, like, he rips off my leg and then, like, chokes on it and dies. And I'm like, I did it. And it's like, I didn't do shit. You know what I mean? It's however the bear decides to kill himself by accident, that's the one where he dies.
Well, it could happen, though.
How?
Well, you know what we were joking? We were saying, too, even if you had a bear that was fully tranquilized and passed out, could you even kill a bear like a full-grown grizzly bear?
I don't think so. With your bare hands, maybe.
What would you do?
And I know it's bare hands, but like maybe using its like the weight of its own leg to strangle it or something. I don't know. Are we gonna get demonetized for saying that?
It's a bear.
It's a bear. But the thing is, even if you gave me like a good knife, how many possibilities before I kill that bear before it kills me?
I think if you got it right in the throat, though.
Yeah.
But then you still have to evade it for like 2 more minutes.
Yeah, you just got to run around the room. Oh, fuck. I don't know, because, I mean, we saw what happened to Leo, and that wasn't... 1,000 more things would not help him at all.
He made a full recovery, though.
Yeah,
he didn't kill the bear, but he did kill Tom Hardy.
That's true.
Who looked like a bear in that movie.
In the gay sense of a bear.
That and wearing mini furs to stay warm. What are you gonna do though?
I'm ready to get bait.
I think if you bit it in the throat, maybe.
But it's too thick, dude. Think of a bear.
Look at these.
Oh, never mind.
Come on.
I almost said I rest my case for you. That doesn't make sense. There was one thing specifically that we were talking about before the podcast that we wanted to talk about, but now I forgot it.
Killing a black bear.
That's more. Black bears are smaller, right?
Yeah.
I still
That's
don't
what
think
you
I
wanted
could
to
do
talk
it.
about. That's
if I could. Do you think? Okay, how young would the bear have to be?
No, what is full-grown adult animal? What is the biggest in size animal that you think you could kill with your bare hands?
I think
maybe like a whale. You just wait.
you just sit there. You can't do anything.
Just dodge the tail whips.
I think. I'm trying to think of like regular mammals that would be kind of predators.
I bet you could kill a mule deer.
Dude, I could roundhouse kick a coyote and probably fucking destroy that thing.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
Dude,
if it's not
imagine
first
if it's
try.
running at me. I just fucking. It's not the first try, without a doubt. You give me like, we're 550 in at least. I've missed the roundhouse kick 450 times where I've just whiffed it past its head, or it's been too early where it just stopped and I just kicked past its face.
That's a coyoopsie.
It ate out my ass while I was missing. Can you say that? Can I say that? Does that count as bats? I don't even know. We get real dicey with these hypotheticals sometimes.
That's true. We're in YouTube's good graces currently, though. I think we're probably fine.
I've been really, people are going to be like, you're jinxing it. But with commentary videos, I get really lucky with claims.
Yeah.
Like, for a long time, I've gotten really, really lucky with claims. Like, I've been screwed over with them like everybody. But people like, maybe it's how little I upload. Because, like, Leon gets hit with a ton, but Leon uploads, like, 10 times as much as I do.
Yeah.
Leon Lush, great YouTuber. I was almost going to do it, and then I thought maybe Gus will do the... That was probably really loud.
But
But,
what are you going to do?
yeah, what are we going to do? Edit the podcast?
Oh, I remember we were talking about getting in ruts, getting out of ruts.
Oh,
How
right.
do you do that?
One thing, I just felt like I was in a rut for the last couple of days, and just like for this is what we were talking about before. Just to change it up, I was like, I want to play Resident Evil 4 now. I'm gonna wake up early tomorrow. I'm gonna order some breakfast on Postmates. Hopefully nothing will go wrong. Shout out to last week's episode.
Hey.
And then I was just gonna play it pretty much all day, and I did that. And we're recording a late night podcast now, and I'm out of my rut.
I'm
Feel
feeling
great.
comfy. That's good. It's comfy time.
Yeah. What do you feel of? You don't feel like any rut stuff leading up to the live show, right?
No,
Because things are moving too fast for you to be in a rut.
things are moving too fast. I do want to talk real briefly about yesterday, if that's cool.
Yeah.
I yesterday fucking sucked dick. I'll say it right now. I have not ever been diagnosed with like anxiety or depression at all. I'm sure that as I truly believe everybody is somewhere on the spectrum of anxiety or depression at some point, you know. But yesterday I had just out of nowhere super tightness in my chest. My face went fully numb. All my hands were just like tingling. I felt like I couldn't speak well. We were on the way to a movie with friends, and I just had to ask Sabrina, I said, could we please go to the emergency room? Like, I was like, am I having a fucking heart attack? I couldn't breathe and my chest was like just killing me, and I don't know what was going on. But so they went there and they did like an EKG. They took blood work from me. They did a chest x-ray, did everything there. I was there for like a few hours, and they said that, well, I know I already have high blood pressure, but they said that it looks like I just had a full-blown panic attack, like anxiety attack out of nowhere. And that was scary because I truly, like, I mean, Eddie, you know, too, there are projects that, like, I'm working on, that we're working on, and as well as the live show, which is my first solo live thing in forever. Like, this month has been fucking hell. Like, I'm working my ass off with, like, all day. Sabrina and I wake up all day and, like, we pretty much just work on trying to put out all the fires, film stuff, and prepare for the live show and shit. And I'm just super stressed right now. And you know, it's been kind of a trend. I don't want to make it sound like it's some thing that people are just jumping on the bandwagon, but a lot more people have been talking about like burnout lately and stuff. And it's like, I'm not going to probably talk about it in a video, but fuck, I'm getting burned the fuck out.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. I mean, definitely the videos are an aspect of it, but I think even with like live show stuff and the Comedy Central stuff, there's just like, I think there's just too much on your plate for it. Like, it's still really good to be, like, ambitious when you're young and doing stuff like that. But I think it was just, like, especially March. March was too much.
It's too much.
I talked to you a little bit, and it's, like, even just the emails you got to do is, like, way too much this month. Like, I've never seen you have so much shit going on.
Yeah, it's like at this point, Sabrina has full reins of my inbox, and like I'm not even looking at email stuff unless she brings it to me, and like she's helping lining up producer stuff. And there are just so many little things like going into the live show, like sharing all the tech notes, ordering 120 T-shirts so I have extras in case someone takes it and they're not VIP, writing like handwriting all these notes and shit, practicing with whoever might be special guests and stuff. And then on top of like, I mean, I can say it right now, right after the live show, I'm getting, the next day I'm getting shipped off to South by Southwest, and I'm doing a big project with somebody and stuff. And like all this stuff, I didn't plan it, and it's all happening all at once. And it's exciting, and it's stuff that I feel really guilty and afraid if I just like step out of it, you know? It feels like opportunities that could lead to more things, but it's all falling at once, and it just has been absolutely crushing me.
I think just for the future, sometimes you just got to say no to some of those things. Yeah. Because if you take everything, then you're going to be like nobody can do that.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing too, is with all these things, the worst part is I don't feel like I'm doing a favor for somebody else where it's like, yeah, man, I can help you move or something like that.
It's good for you.
It's like, fuck, I want to do this and I see the value in it. That's the worst part. But yeah, dude, going into like later March and April and stuff, I just got to like slow down. Yeah. Just driving me nuts.
The big thing too is just like scheduling wise, other than the beginning of April for the Oxnard show, there's like not much going on for both of us planned right now. So I'd say maybe don't keep it clear, obviously, but like definitely because of this hell month. I mean, especially when we were in the car and I was kind of waiting. I didn't want to suggest it to freak you out, but I could tell you were talking different, or speaking different, I guess. But I was like waiting for you to be like, let's not go to the movie, and almost waiting to be like, dude, let's stay at the hospital. Because like the way you were even speaking, you were just like, I don't know, like just wait. It seemed like you said seemed like you were focusing on speech. Yeah, and I was getting really worried, but I didn't want to say anything because like somebody might be having a panic attack. You don't want to be like, Gus, you okay? Is everything fine?
Yeah, and not to negate the importance of like any panic attack, but it's like I've never had that before, and then I've been just feeling way worse in the last couple of weeks with like stuff coming on. It's been super hard sleeping with shit, and excuse me, my sleep's been erratic. I eat like shit. I probably drink more nights than I should, just like fucking around playing, like editing and stuff. But I don't know. I just got to get it on a better schedule.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing.
But yeah, that's one of the things too. Is like, I think I don't want to be like, oh, think before you comment and shit like that. But sometimes it's like, guys, you got to realize if somebody tweets out, like say you tweet out that you liked a movie and people are like completely shitting on it, it's like, you don't know what people have going on, man, behind the scenes. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people are fully ready to shit on people and they might be going through a lot of shit.
That's true. Oh, well. But yeah, I don't want to bring down the whole podcast thing too. Thanks for letting me talk about that too.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I just want to put it out there. I don't want people to get too worried at all. I do feel like I have a good support structure, and I know that this is almost entirely just because I have so many stupid projects that are all coming to a head in the next 2 weeks. And then when that's done, I think it'll just be way easier to like take a break, just focus on, because like right now it's like I want to just make main channel videos and the podcast stuff, because the podcast is not stressful, because I'm in my living room right now, you know, and then I just want to go shoot videos and do this shit and not have to worry about other stuff right now. But we're almost there. Home stretch, boys.
Yep.
You know how it be.
I'm excited. Like, again, I know you're like, just to mention, so going to the live show, we're excited to see you guys and be super supportive, and it's going to be a love fest during it, because it's been hell for Gus beforehand.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's the thing is, I'm not even worried about like performing and stuff. Like I love getting in front of people. But
I mean, especially, just with this crowd, like, we love you guys. Like, it's not like you're performing in front of like a complete strangers. It's like people that watch you and watch the podcast and everything. So it's like not.
I think this episode goes up the day after the live show.
Yeah, because Tony's going to be here. So we're shooting this episode a little bit earlier because he's going to be in LA. So we got to have him edit it beforehand. So yeah, it'll go up, probably March 7th then, right? Or March 8th?
Yeah.
So,
March 8th.
Yeah, because it came up today, so March 8th.
Fuck,
so.
I wish it would have come up before.
Yeah, so thanks for coming to the live show if you did. Like, seriously.
Thanks for doing that.
It was so good seeing you. I'm remembering all of you right now. Holy shit. It was so great.
If you were a special guest, I don't know. I can't remember, but the biggest thing stressing me out is I'm not afraid to go on stage. I'm not afraid to perform.
Right.
But I've always just gone up and done open mic sets or done songs, done a little scrap of comedy. It's like I don't even know. For all I know, I could exhaust my full list of things I have prepared and go, oh shit, I got 35 minutes down.
Well, I mean, fuck. I mean, if you if you get to that situation, call me up, baby. I'll help. Yeah. But like, I mean, I'm sorry. Am I gonna be at the show? What? But no, yeah, like. Just fully rehearsing it too, you know the times of it. Especially if you're doing any music stuff or anything like that. Who knows what the live show will be? You probably know the timing of that, you know?
Yeah, I think I'll be good on that, but oh well. Once I have literally, if the first one's under my belt, I'll probably be fine for the foreseeable future. Because it's like, well, I did it once, I could probably do it again.
Yeah.
Even if I change the show.
Everyone will be so supportive there, I'm assuming, just from like people that we've met in person that watch our stuff, that I'm assuming, like, even if you said, like, guys, I got 35 minutes left, you just want to do a Q&A, people will be like, okay. You know, it's not a crowd, like, throwing tomatoes or anything
that's
like
true.
that.
It's not like just a drunken New York City 2 a.m. cellar crowd or something.
Where it's like, you fucking suck.
Yeah, it's a good
I'll
crowd,
say that either way. I'll be yelling that the entire time.
Please do, for the most part, yeah.
You want to hit up some fucking questions?
Let's do it. Some preguntas. Here we go. What's this we got? Oh, yeah, by the way, follow us on Twitter at Eddie Burback and at Gus Buckets. We're getting some banging questions lately, too, by the way. That's a good one. Here's a nice one to just wet our palate. At Sakura Loves Depp asks, Taco Bell, King Taco, Taco John's, or Del Taco? Which one?
I've only had Del Taco and Taco Bell, but I'm a passionate Taco Bell supporter. Taco Bell. There's no question.
Everything is going for it. It's always a value, no matter what.
Yeah.
It's fucking delicious, and they experiment all the time.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Yeah, they have new items all the time. I mean, they brought us a fried chicken taco, nacho fries, like a bunch of even when people said that they liked the naked chicken chalupa, but they didn't want to bring it back. They're like, all right, we had like nuggets before too, so we're putting that in a crunch wrap with the sauce from the naked chicken chalupa, just so you can experience that again.
I love that shit so much. Taco Bell all the way. At Vivian Pickles, what's your favorite dinosaur? Do you have one?
I mean, I think just after watching Jurassic Park, you gotta say raptor anytime.
Dude, of course. But none of that Jurassic World raptor. You want those OG Jurassic Park Velociraptors.
If I ever stop a raptor and go, you know me, it should kill me. I don't want to do any of that shit. The raptor should just be like, fuck is this guy talking about? Just fucking rip my face off immediately.
Like they evolved for millions of years, but we make a new one and it's alive for 5 years and it's like, hey, I can communicate with this thing. Do you know
genetic
English?
Though? Did they say they changed blue genetically? They did, right? That's why he's got the streak of blue.
Something weird like that.
They even changed at Universal. One thing is, I never was on the Jurassic Park ride because if you didn't know, at Universal in Hollywood, they're completely ripping out all the Jurassic Park stuff and replacing it with Jurassic World. Yeah. One thing is, Tony said that he saw the ride and it does seem pretty dated. I know you wrote it before too. So like even doing a new ride, I get maybe making it a Jurassic World one, but they're like taking out the cafe and taking out all the atmosphere. And while they're doing the construction, they always have, I know you know this, but a big raptor puppet that you can take pictures with. And now it's Blue from Jurassic World.
You know that classic movie character that you love?
It's Blue. Like, I do remember Blue, I guess. But the thing is, I don't know. I know you liked the last act of Jurassic World, and I like the last bit of the last act of it. But still, man, that movie is not my favorite.
It's not a good movie.
Yeah.
I just appreciated so much that they changed the formula.
Yeah, they tried something new.
We can't fuck up the island anymore.
Yeah.
What else?
I honestly, though, I wish they fucked up the island with the volcano way earlier in the movie. Yeah. I thought that was just like, if that would be the first 5 minutes, I would have loved it. But it's just like you're halfway through the movie and it's like, oh, are we at the manor part that everyone's been talking about that's cool? Because I'm just watching a shittier Jurassic World. Because they just went back and there was no real like huge stakes or anything like that. Because the main thing, too, is now with Jurassic World, before it was like, hey, here's a paleontologist that loves these animals, but they want to kill him. And it's like, we've seen that so many times now. So then, he's like got the connection to Blue for Chris Pratt. And it's like, the volcano's going off, but we got to save these animals. It's like, we already went through the conflict of them wanting to kill you before.
Yeah.
Kill the dinosaurs. Let them die.
Stupid shit. I'm just so sick of like the theme of, we got the park. What?
Yeah, honestly.
It broke.
It broke again. I guess we could just survive and then rebuild it. Nothing will go wrong.
Here's a good one, but I'm not even going to fucking try to pronounce this at. Look at that one. Top one, username Ravioli. Get out of here.
Oh, no, there's no way.
Great question. It's like 30 symbols.
I don't think they made their at being like, one day Gus is going to have to pronounce this.
This is a good one, though. Ravioli's your display name. What game show do you think you would have the highest chance of winning? That's a good question, too.
Oh, man.
Like, statistically, I would entertain the idea of Deal or No Deal because it's kind of just a crapshoot.
Yeah, I would say that's like the one to go for, kind of, but then maybe the math for it. I think I could fuck people up in Family Feud.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, what we do is making stuff that we think people will like. So you're asking me, what would people say? It's like, I think I would know.
And I don't often watch Family Feud, but of what I've seen, I feel like so often, like 40% of the answers people give, I'm like, what the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah.
How would anybody put that on the survey?
It'll be like things you find in your bathroom, and their first one's like nail clippers, and it's like soap maybe would be number one.
Toilet paper, sink, you know. Yeah, stupid shit.
My dad, for some reason.
What would you find at a grocery store? Oh, the Kroger brand Tums. Shut up. I think I could really do some damage on Survivor, though.
Dude, that was one thing. Apparently, this is another Tony looking it up thing. Sorry to out you if your research sucks. Is at least, I don't know about now, but he looked up, like, fully, is Survivor real, at least in the earlier seasons? Yeah. And apparently, totally is.
I love that.
Yeah, where it's like, obviously, they cut out shots of, like, you know, when they're rowing the boats to get to different areas. Like, I doubt they have them fully, like, sail across the whole thing. Or they help them along if they get lost. But they just take out the bits where you see like cameramen in the frame or anything like that. But apparently the game, at least in the beginning, was fully real.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like Rogue Days CBS.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, it seems like they didn't even know what they were doing.
Yeah. The main thing is you just don't. The main thing about Survivor is be useful. Don't be an asshole. You could stick it till the end and then maybe be an asshole at the end. And
exactly.
That's how you win.
You know what I would do? Dude, I've been trying for a long time to get on Survivor. I want to get on Survivor so bad. You know what I would do? I would waltz right in there, and I would say, not be a loudmouth day one, because if you're a loudmouth like in the first few days,
people hate you.
Fucked. Even if you're a positive loudmouth, like we were just saying, we started watching like the first episode of, I don't remember what season it was.
Season 7, I think. It's the one with is his name Rupert?
Rupert's in there.
Dude, Rupert OG. I loved him as a kid, and we started rewatching when Jakey was here. And I was like, that's fucking Rupert. I forgot about him.
But it's like one of the people on there. It's a woman who's like a scout leader, and it's just like,
I felt so bad.
And she was like a hard worker, a positive team member, but she went in and she was too chipper and too positive, and everyone's just like, shut the fuck up. Yep. Like, she's a wonderful asset. You're gone. You're annoying.
Also, there was that dude on, I think it was the other team from Rupert. Who's the black dude that's like jacked as hell?
Oh yeah,
he was like I'm the boss, and you could tell everyone was like, shut up, dude.
Nope.
If you go into Survivor and you're like, I'm the boss instantly, and you're not good at it, like you lose your first challenge, you're voted off, baby. There's no chance.
And I it's such a genius concept. Just whoever created the show, Mark Burnett, if you had a big hand in that, attaboy. That is a goddamn clever show.
Yeah,
but I love the concept later on where it's like, oh, the people you're voting off, oh, they're on the jury now, and you're going to have to convince them that you get $1 million at the end.
Yeah, dude.
And what I would do, I don't know if it's been done. It has to have been, because what has it been, like 25 seasons of Survivor?
Yeah, there's been a shit ton of them.
2 a year.
Yeah.
I would go in and like, as soon as like people started asking, I would say, I 100%, if I win, I'm giving the full amount to this specific charity of my choice. Where I'd be like, what are you going to do? And then at the end, you just say at the end, like, I was nice to people. I was a hard worker. I'm giving it all to charity. I'm not keeping a single penny.
Oh, you're going to win instantly. You're
I'll
telling
win.
everybody.
How do you not let me win?
Can you imagine if me, you, and Jakey were on Survivor together?
I would just stab you guys. I'd find that immunity idol. No, you'd find it, and I'd just shank you.
One thing is, my strategy would probably just to bring backpack with clothes, knives, lighters.
Yeah.
I don't know why anyone hasn't done that on Survivor yet. Just bring a survival gear.
Dumbass.
Fucking idiots. Bring a house even.
Yeah. It's just guys.
You bring a cruise ship. Hey, fucking idiots, eating rice out there. We got a full course meal back here.
I bet if you brought like a Beretta or something, like you could just like take Jeff Probst to hostage at the first tribal council and like get the $1 million $1,000 right away.
Dude, what if you just fucking brought a gun to Survivor?
No, I want to see Survivor where instead of hiding one hidden immunity idol, they hide like one gun on the island. If you get it, it's like you got your big dick at the camp.
Yeah.
Who's going to mess with you?
Vote me off, fucker.
Fucker, I got a gun.
You just have to find places to sleep that no one would. You'd be the idol now.
Yeah.
Because you got to hide yourself while you sleep so nobody can take the gun from you.
You're like, what are you going to do? Call the cops? We're in Maui, dumbass. There are no cops. Honestly, do you think there's like contracts that people sign where could you like beat the shit out of someone with no legal repercussions on Survivor?
I don't think so. I don't think you can.
I looked through that contract. I would
want
want to go in though. Well, I'll beat them up too. I've got the gun.
Oh yeah, true. Then you just beat the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Wait, you have the gun while you're beating them up? Why are you beating them up then?
Because I know I could.
That's a fucking dictator.
It's
dude.
a bigger power move, dude. Just pistol whipping the crew.
You were talking about getting voted off because you're being too like flashy or saying too much in the beginning. You walk in with a gun and beat the shit out of somebody on your team.
No, what if it's like you found the gun and they assume you're just going to keep playing the game, but what if you took your team and you collectively as a team like forced the crew to then be the participants?
It's a rebellion.
Yeah.
So you just have like Stacy who worked in sales like operating a camera now because you had a gun, so they have to have the cameraman perform.
See, it would be genius until you realize at the end of the whole show that none of it was captured because you have like an insurance salesman operating the camera and he's got the lens cap, but like they don't know.
Can you imagine if there was a rebellion on Survivor? I feel like that might have happened once at least, where
Like
they were just
how?
like, "Fuck it, we're not doing anything." Like,
yeah, well,
what do you do?
What do you do? Like, because that's just it. You're putting so much faith in the concept of people obeying the rules. But if it's like we're going to tribal council, none of us are voting.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I don't know.
Let's do that.
You got to beat the shit out of him, I guess.
Yeah, do it.
They have who's the host?
Jeff Probst or Props?
Jeff probably has a gun. Where he's like,
Yeah,
what the
Jeff's
fuck
got it.
He's the one gun on the island.
Yeah. They call him Jeff Peace on the island. I wonder. You could just vote Jeff off, and then everyone could just live on the island for a month.
How hurt would Jeff be if the first tribal council they just voted him off the island? He's like, well, I guess you don't have a fucking host now. I don't know who's going to take the reins here.
I don't know. It'd be like the Academy Awards, no host. Everyone just takes turns running tribal council. God, just think about it. Like, I wonder how specifically they lay out the rules ahead of time.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be way easier to fuck with the format in the first few seasons.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, what do they do when you're out there?
That's the thing is I don't know how they filmed the first seasons of Survivor.
Yeah.
Because, like, you have the idea. Now it's like, okay, people need to survive on an island. Try to run a game show now.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you do?
I don't know.
How did the first season even go? I don't even remember it.
I don't remember.
I watched
either.
it with my dad, but we were real young when Survivor started coming out.
I remember there was just some brutal immunity challenges and stuff, though. I remember, I mean, every time they have the ones where it's like, you're on a big fucking stake in an ocean, try to just like stand on this tiny peg for 2 hours and don't fall off. That's torture.
Yeah, dude.
But people did it.
Yeah, that was like, I think, peak reality television before it started getting real fake. Not saying Survivor did. I don't watch Survivor now.
Yeah.
I don't know. But like, it was right as reality TV was getting big and still kind of real. And then they were like, all right, you guys want to keep watching reality TV? We're going to make people stranded on a fucking island.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Who thought of that?
How do you... I love the concept of looking at the rules and breaking Survivor. And saying like, because what do they do out there? I'm sure initially they'd say like, you can't do that. But what do you do? You say like, I don't care. It's not in the rules. What are you gonna fucking kick me off the island? The cameras are rolling, dumbass.
Do you remember that dude that was just like an idol hunter and he found like I think 3 or 4 of them?
Yeah, he didn't even. There were no clues. He's just like, I'm gonna look around. I got all the idols now.
Yeah, and he looked. I remember there was kind of like a dock thing. He just reached his hand. He's like, oh, there's a fucking idol here. He just went to like landmark areas and found him. And it's like, are there rules if? Do you have to vote this guy off 4 times and then a 5th time to try and get him off? And I think they did.
Well, the thing is with the immunity idol, it was only eligible if you presented it and said, I have an idol before the vote.
Oh, right. So they would have to surprise vote him off 4 times.
Yeah.
If let's say he found 4. And then they'd be like, okay, how many fucking idols does he have? Do we have to keep wasting our vote every time, you know? And then it's like, that guy has all the power. I feel like we've been talking about Survivor for a long time.
It's good shit, though.
I love it.
Last thing, do you remember the guy that just made an immunity idol and then used it as a bartering tool?
No, but that's amazing.
He just like carved it and burned the tips and was like, ooh, it's a tribal shit. I found one.
See, this is what I love about Survivor is they obviously behind the scenes weren't like, we got to enforce the rules. They're like, that's great television.
Yeah.
We got to keep it going.
That's so good.
That was a lot of Survivors. They didn't step in for things because they're like, holy shit, you can do that?
Yeah.
Like they made it and they were still saying that probably.
Jeff is just up in his big like biodome with his throbbing head like, good.
Do you think he just had full... do you think he stayed at that resort that people went to when they got voted off?
Jeff did?
Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder.
Because there's no way he's like didn't have the best possible like staying quality.
Yeah. I assume he was very well taken care of.
What I couldn't do on Survivor is the sleeping. I couldn't fucking do it, dude.
Murderous.
Yeah.
Not comfortable. You know there's bugs and shit crawling all over you.
Yeah, there's like sometimes crabs
You're
and
laying
stuff
next
too.
to some fucking insurance salesman or something.
Yeah, it's like everybody's sleeping problems now are on a beach. Like there's no way.
I don't even know if they give you blankets right away.
I don't think they do. I think you have to win that in a challenge.
Damn.
At least that season we were watching, they were fully just laying there.
I remember it was so genius. One dude like pretended he needed thick glasses and he just smuggled them. Like he just was like, what are you gonna do, take away my glasses? And then he came in, he's like, oh, I heard this trick online. What you do is you just take a drop of water, put it on some thick lens, we can start fires day one.
Fucking genius.
That's the guy. That's my guy. I always want to do a sketch. Watch me call my shot here, Big Poppy. If I ever get a bigger budget one day, I'll do it. But I wanted to do a sketch about a guy that goes on Survivor and like the teammates are really trying to strategize and think like, how do we work together? And then it's very evident that this guy just really, really likes rice and he's just there to get some free rice.
That's incredible.
It's like, guys, I think we got to really focus on getting more rice.
The choice for one of the prizes that they won is like a full spa day or just another cup of rice. He's like, guys, I think you're being real short-sighted here.
I don't know if you guys know the full health benefits of like a lot of rice. But
the spa day will go away, and maybe so will the rice, but we'll have more rice.
But if you add water, it gets bigger. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
That's more. See, what you're thinking is you're looking at this cup of rice, and you're not thinking about the fact that when it is cooked, it will be 2 cups of rice. You guys are being fucking idiots right now.
I'll make it someday.
They just don't have the heart to vote off the rice guy. Because they know he loves rice too much. This is his only option.
He's crying and they vote him off. It's like, you get to go eat rice tonight at the resort.
It's not the same.
I wanted to earn it.
All right, should we go next question?
Yeah, that was a good one. No one even asked us about Survivor. Oh, it was the game show.
Game show,
thing.
yeah.
Good question, Ravioli. You sparked some true memories.
Oh, one thing I want to say is one of the most likely to lose is The Amazing Race. Too many random factors.
What's the concept of that one? I never watched it.
Oh, dude, The Amazing Race was awesome. It was like a bunch of teams, and they kind of have to travel the world with challenges in each country they'd go to.
Okay.
So it'd be like, all right, you all like have to get on a flight and go to Italy. Now you're in Italy, and it's like, here's your clue of where you're supposed to go. Figure the fuck out how to get there in Italy.
Yeah.
So it's like they'd try to speak, like Italian if somebody knew it, or they'd just try and point it out in English because, a lot of people speak English everywhere else. And it was just like they'd get to their, like, a themed challenge. Like, okay, you guys are making pizzas. Whoever makes a pizza first gets to go on to the next thing. So it's like constantly this, like, get the challenge done, do this, do that. So it was pretty cool.
That's fucking hectic.
Yeah, no, the whole show was hectic as hell.
I remember when I was a kid seeing, like, the premiere of a new game show when it came out, and I remember thinking, how are they allowed to do this? And I don't remember the title. The concept of the show was like, you get a chunk of money, like it's you and a friend. And I think it was that they didn't tell you when you're going to be on the show. And then they say, like, you're going to be on the show at some point in time. We're going to contact you when the show starts.
Okay.
And they say, like, here's a chunk of money, and we have, like, federal investigators that are going to be looking for you for 48 hours. And if you last the full 48 hours, you can keep the briefcase of money.
Dude,
and
that's
you're just
awesome.
in a city.
I know that like concept probably started with that, and then it's also been done on YouTube like a little bit, not for a game show, but like I think it was a BuzzFeed thing where it's like, I hired a private detective. But I was thinking about this yesterday, so it's weird that you mentioned this. I want so badly to play a game, not maybe between me and you, or where it's just like somebody fucking hunts us for like a week.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't travel through plane, but you can do anything else. And like maybe the rules are we have to post like a picture every like 6 hours, and we can maybe show the location. Like, somebody please give us money for somebody to hunt us.
Yeah.
Because that would be so much fun, dude.
That would be the biggest fucking thing ever.
I would love to do that YouTube video.
Let's do it.
Like,
I was just going
it
to
should
share
be
my
another-
strategy. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
What, your strategy?
Yeah,
well,
'cause I
we'd
already
be doing
know-
it together, right?
Yeah, we'd be doing it together.
Okay,
And
so
I've
we're
got
not
going to
say it.
ideas.
Okay, one of them, I don't want to call to him because I clearly didn't want us in Battle Royale, but
Yeah.
that would be a good Mr. Beast video. You hunt us. That's just so fun. Like, the rules should be more, like, straining on us, where, like, we
Yes.
have to post things and say where we're kind of going or anything like that. I think we could still fucking do it, dude.
We could totally
We could do it.
Survive for a week. We're in Los Angeles. And because you almost have to partner like with some form of like former law enforcement agency or someone that knows what they're doing to find people.
They can do it if they want. If Mr. Beast or anyone doing it wants to hire a private detective to fucking hunt us down, do it.
That's fine.
It's like even not again saying it has to be Mr. Beast, but if we could get a sponsor or something like being given 10 grand to hunt Gus and Eddie.
Yeah.
Like that would be fucking amazing, dude.
What? Because when they hunt us, are they just trying to locate us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause what? Are you sure they're gonna fucking shoot us?
Well, I mean, if you're gonna fucking
Go all the
wimp
way.
out on me, oh, don't shoot me.
Oh, don't shoot! Don't shoot!
I'm Eddie. I hate bleeding.
This is why I wasn't on Survivor.
I'm just in it for the rice. I'd be down.
Dude, that would be such a fun game.
So excited.
I wish there was a cheap version that you could do something like that with your friends, but I think it's just too complicated.
You know the most difficult part about like not giving it away? Because the thing is, as an experience, I think just experience-wise, I could do it. But the fact that it's like you need other people to be filming you, you know?
Right.
So how do you
I
do
think
that?
part of the rules would be the people filming you. Like there's maybe 1 or 2 cameramen that come with you, and they swear that they won't give any information out.
But what if they're fully honest and they still fuck up? You know? Like,
What do you mean they fuck up?
Well, it's like, what if your camera guy gets seen? You know, like because they're just being an idiot.
Oh, okay. Then you know what it'd be? You give us cameras, and we'd have to document it, just like a vlog.
Yeah,
We could do that. We're YouTubers. We can do
we
that.
could do that.
Somebody hunt us.
We'll figure it out.
But not unless we ask you to.
But not because we will pepper spray you.
We
remember?
will, no matter what age you are.
I don't care. I don't ask questions
Pepper
first.
spray is for all ages. 0 and up for my pepper spray.
Do you even need an ID to buy pepper spray?
I didn't buy it. Didn't you buy it?
I have bought 3 pepper sprays before. Whatever quantity it comes in. I brought it 3 times. Once was at Bass Pro Shops. I don't remember if they carded me, and twice was online. On Amazon.
I feel like, because you can't buy spray paint online, right?
Let's try.
Okay. Let's order a lot of spray paint for no reason.
Okay.
We're not going to do that.
I'm going to try to order some spray paint, though. Tony, if for any reason my screen is on screen, can you just, like, stick some shit over it? You don't even have to, like, blur it really professionally.
It probably won't be for the angle, but either way, I'll just go. Eek, don't look.
The noise is really not necessary, guy. I don't know.
Sorry, they probably couldn't hear it. I was far away, so let me just... Eek!
You're doing
Don't
that
look
now.
at his screen.
You're doing that now. That's good.
The funny thing is I know in post your screen's not going to be visible, and I'm not going to be blocking anything.
How come none of the spray paint is prime eligible? Okay, hot pink Painter's Touch spray paint is the only prime eligible one I can see, and it's cost $666.
Oh, no.
I'm going to buy this bad boy now.
Wait, can you actually just fully order it?
Let me see. Buy now. Is there an age requirement to, like, get onto Amazon to, like, sign up for an account?
I don't know, but even the fact that you're buying it with a card, but can you get like a regular debit card if you're under 18?
Yes, I had
Like
one
under your name, not your parents?
Well, I had a joint account with my parents. I don't know if it was on my name though.
Okay, I think you can.
Also,
Yeah.
Tony, if for any reason, just block out every aspect of the laptop during this whole portion, so people don't see me type my password and shit too. Thank you, Tony. I'm putting so much fucking faith in you here.
You
right
could just
now.
put like a black box there,
Place your order.
or like a picture of Bulby from Jimmy Neutron.
Please do that. Let's see if there are any just inherent Google results if you type Bulby PNG. See if anyone took the time to cut out a clear background Bulby. I just bought pink spray paint. No,
Right there.
no barriers.
Well, there you go, guys.
But if you go into like supply stores, you can't even buy like super glue without getting carded. You can't buy
Right, yeah,
lighters
yeah.
without getting carded.
You can buy lighters online though, right?
Yep.
Okay, we should probably not be talking about this.
Yeah. For lighters for lighting scented candles only.
No, I didn't mean like that. I meant because people are hearing that they can buy stuff online without a card.
Oh, without a card?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Spray paint happens. It's there.
The Gus and podcast.
Just took me out, huh?
Yeah.
It's completely. You could have said the Gus and Eddy podcast because it's the end. But
Oh, damn. We could have just Gus Eddy podcast.
all right, hit us with another cue. Boy.
I'll do that cue if you got the A's. This is. Don't answer this one. At Ashbork. How do you feel about the fact that there was a day where your grandmother dropped it low, picked it back up, and never dropped it low again?
Dude, I was at the Christmas party. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're asking.
It's my grandma. That was a good answer, by the way.
Thanks.
Let us see the slightly thick bitch.
You know, it's a question we've never gotten before.
What's that?
How do you make it on YouTube? I'm
Good
so tired of
attitude.
answering that question. If
What-
you asked it now, I'm sure you just didn't hear it before, but I
Yeah.
feel like we've answered that like 15 times.
It's all about the rouse and ground. You know how
It's
people.
you wake up, that means you rouse, and then you ground for the rest of the day.
Does it have to be in that order, though?
You can't ground and rouse. Because you have to rouse before you can ground.
If you were grounded in your sleep, dude, you would rip the bed sheets to
Dude, you
pieces.
you tear it apart. It would be like, my pillow is the memory foam, but it's all shredded up. That's what my mattress would look like.
Boom. Sleep number, dude. Death. I had no material. I was hoping I'd find a pun along the way. Nothing.
You just said something.
Didn't get
It just
shit.
came out of your mouth.
Didn't stop.
That's fine. That's what this podcast is pretty much.
Yeah. Honestly, we put way too much faith in ourselves every episode because we just
Dude.
fucking fly in blind.
Like the fact, one thing is, I feel like right now we didn't even have much, but this is the most we went into a podcast being like, oh, I have this and this and this. And then we were done in like 20 minutes.
Yep, that was it.
We sit down. It's not like, oh, I save a notepad of a bunch of things I want to talk about on the podcast. We just do it.
Yeah,
I think
we
we
do
even
that.
said this last week, so we're repeating it again.
Here's a good one. At Anne's Brain asks, what's the most frustrating thing about working online? And then she's like, Twitter people, YouTube, what?
I would say personally for me, the thing that actively frustrates me all the time is not people trolling or like hating on you, but it's not like to say hating is just like haters or anything like that.
Yeah.
But just the amount that people will aggressively get things wrong to you.
Yeah.
Like when people just tweet shit that's incorrect to be mean, and it's just like, fucking hell, man.
Or the worst is because it leaves you personally conflicted, is when they don't say it with the intention to be mean, but it's so inaccurate and it almost like misleads or sways public opinion. We gave the example before where it's like 2 weeks ago, we were seeing like one of the top comments in the podcast was like, why don't you guys put this on Spotify?
Yeah.
Like, I hate seeing that.
Yeah,
I
dude.
hate, and then it's like, I hate getting mad at that person.
Yeah.
Because they don't know.
Exactly. They just are asking because they like the podcast. But
Yeah.
then there's one thing too, where like I got a message yesterday. I told you and Sabrina about it, where it's like it was somebody trying to like pal around with me, but they were like, and like I said earlier, my beard is like low to mid tier, but they were like, hey, I've always thought that you look like my math teacher, so I showed him a picture of you, and he said, is my beard really that bad? And it's like, what did you expect out of, like, I almost responded with that. I was like, I don't fucking care. But, like, I mean, I do, but not to respond.
Yeah.
But it's just like, were you just intentionally trying to be mean to fuck with my day? Or were you, because it doesn't really bother me. It's the logic. Because we get mean stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Because we do YouTube.
And
but it's the
that
logic.
stuff. Yeah, the logic.
It's
exactly.
like, so you thought you were going to pal around with me. And that's what you said. You know what I mean? It's like, again, somebody could be like, your beard looks fucking shitty. And I'd be like, okay. But it's the fact that it was phrased like that, where it's like, did you think I'd be like, oh, haha, that's so fun.
Yeah.
That your math teacher thinks I'm uglier than him. That's fun as hell.
Because you can't just fully write them off because it's so confusing. Like, again, we'll see dozens a day potentially. If we look through every comment on a new video, you'd see dozens where it's just like, this sucked. This isn't funny. Doesn't even
I've never
register.
gotten one of those, but
Doesn't
still.
Really?
Not once.
I've been leaving lots. You must have been deleting them.
I've banned you
I got
a long
7
time ago.
accounts. 7.
Banned all of them. Saw them right away because you started commenting like, oh, I fucking hate this. And you'd signature it Gus Johnson at the end. I don't know if that was an auto thing for it. I don't know if you actually manually put in Gus Johnson every time, but it was really fucking clear.
I've been changing the username, though. I'll do Gus Johnson 1, Gus Johnson 2, Gus Johnson.
Right, but you still put the signature on the comment. Yeah. It was really obvious. We haven't mentioned it once.
Fwick.
What were we talking about?
Oh, I don't remember if we said this. The specific chain that always bugs me too is it's like when somebody said, like, for example, the Spotify thing, or like saying like, how come you guys didn't fucking mail out your Kickstarter awards? When you say something that isn't accurate, and it's like you talk about it on the next podcast or something to like clear it up and just be like, hey, by the way, we did this, so like you can stop leaving the comments like that. And then people will, as a joke, to acknowledge that they saw us talking about it, leave a bunch of comments and be like, hey, why don't you guys put this on Spotify? And it's like they're coming at it fully trying to participate in the joke.
Yeah.
But if you're a new person stopping by the comment section, they look and be like, wow, these fucking guys didn't send out their Kickstarter awards. Or, wow, they didn't put it on the podcast. It's like, I love you. I want you here. You're clearly joking. But I gotta delete this shit because people are gonna think like this inaccurate thing is true when you're clearly joking.
It's shit like if somebody listens to podcasts on Spotify and the top comment is, why isn't this on Spotify? And they just go like, oh, fuck, never mind.
Yeah.
It's like, well, we just lost a listener for the meme.
I don't know.
The thing is, I will say mainly, the human brain is not made for doing internet stuff. Not saying like we're tortured or anything like that. Like I love my job. I love what we do. But it's like, sometimes I'll just be laying in bed and I'll tweet something and I'll see the replies and I'll be like, that's too many fucking people. I'll just like kind of freak out a little bit. Like the brain is not prepared for internet shit. So it's just like every reaction is weird. I don't get how like YouTube people don't lose their mind more. No,
honestly, it's fucking insane. Another thing that's frustrating too, and we won't go down the rabbit hole, but like oftentimes lining up, it's different people in the chain, but figuring out finalizing a sponsorship for a video fucking sucks.
Oh, yeah. It's the worst. I hate dealing with sponsors more than anything. I'll say it.
The worst part, too, is like when I say in a video, this company's been super cool, I mean that the company and what they stand for and the dealings have typically been really accommodating to what I want to do creatively with it. But the thing is, you're rarely interacting with the company themselves. Yeah. And even if you are, there's so many different people. Like you might have a fucking awful person that works for a very cool company and you have a terrible experience with that. And maybe that's your only experience with that company is working with shithead Dan or whatever. I'm just throwing a name out there.
Yeah.
From this company that you really like, you know, or many times you're working through middleman companies that facilitate the sponsorship stuff. And there is...
Yeah, just so you guys know, if you're a smaller YouTuber, one thing is talk to other YouTubers about numbers you should be getting for your videos, like for sponsorship deals, because most people that go in new are like, oh, I'm getting offered this amount of money, that's awesome, and you might be getting ripped off by especially these middleman companies. And one thing is, I'll just say, like, this is not just the middleman, this is everybody. Sometimes, even with us, like, I wouldn't even say a lot of the time, so just sometimes, you'll get an offer that is like 20% of your normal offer. And you'll be like, here's my regular one. And it'll be a good company. And they'll just be like, we can't swing that. And it's like, you guys did like 2 months ago. And it's the same ad numbers, if not more.
Yes.
And I'm being offered way less, like insulting numbers.
It's absolutely insulting. I just want to, okay. I'm going to take out the name of the company for this part, but I want to share one specific terrible interaction experience that we had with somebody. This was this last summer. So we had been both doing this full time for quite some time now. You know, we weren't new to the game here. And I was reached out to by a company that had a live streaming app. I'm going to burp. My apologies. It was a live streaming app. Now, a number of years ago, the first promotion that I ever did on YouTube when I had like maybe 20,000 subs, my MCN at the time lined up a live streaming app, and it was great. They paid me a flat rate fee. I had to stream for like an hour every night for a month, 20 out of the 30 days. I wasn't doing anything. I was in college. I had no job in the summer. I just did that for the summer. That was great. So I was like, you know, that was very low key. I would love to do something like that again if we can like line up the numbers right and stuff.
Yeah.
So I pitched. Like, they were reached out to me and said, hey, we would like to bring you on and do, like, a live stream campaign. You live stream for, like, a month every night on our app. You tell people you're going to be there. So I was like, okay. And I wanted to do a bulk deal where I'd bring in, like, my brother Sven. I was like, okay, I will do this for this specific rate. Sven will do it for this flat rate. And I said, I have other people that would be interested. Maybe Eddie would be interested.
Well, yeah,
maybe
one of the
other
things,
friends.
too, is because she agreed to this thing, like the numbers you were pitching, I went back in my email. I was like, that name sounds familiar. And I had been contacted by her too. So I was like, all right, I'm going with it too. And I fully like started contacting her by myself, but I didn't do negotiation stuff because I was like, to be lazy. I was like, well, Gus is working on it. I'll just piggyback off that shit.
Yeah. So I went in there with a list of like other YouTube people, and I just like flat rate wise, I said like, this is what I would expect for payment for everybody for this to live stream for this amount of time. And she said, that's great. We can make that happen.
Yeah.
She said, we're going into a busier season in the summer here, so maybe we'll get some face-to-face time. Can I say we ran into her?
We can, yeah. We'll even keep this in. We ran into her. I just don't want to say where or anything like that.
Exactly. So we had negotiated this thing for email stuff. She said this should be fine. We ran into her at some industry thing, and I had some face-to-face. I was like, oh, it's you.
We probably had a 20-minute discussion with her.
20-minute discussion
where she fully was like, what we talked about is great. We'll move forward with that for the three of you. Let's do it. And it was like. Awesome conversation. She was super nice.
Very positive. A couple weeks later after that, she wanted to hop on a phone call. I talked with her. She offered me a significantly lower rate for way worse expectations. I was like, I don't know if I can do that. I think I got to stick through to the first few numbers. She goes, okay. She comes back to me with, for my flat rate.
I want to add right before you say that number, that we were on the road trip. And for discussion stuff, like we're on the road trip moving here. Gus maybe had a 40-minute conversation with her on the phone as we were like going to leave one of the mornings in the hot Arizona sun outside of a motel. Yeah. Like you talked to her for 40 minutes about this
40 minutes after I had met her face to face, her and other people from her company, and emailed with her multiple times.
Right.
And we talk on the phone, and she sends me an email a few days later with the language saying, like, glad we could move forward with the rates. Here are the details of your promotion. And what I was saying, I was trying to negotiate for one of the typical ad slots I do. If you watch one of my commentary videos, sometimes I'll have a little blip for the sponsor in the beginning, and I'll have a 1 to 2 minute ad at the end. I said, for that, here's my flat rate fee. First of all, here's what she said. Okay, so going forward, we are asking for 3 fully dedicated YouTube videos, which is already a full fuck you from the start.
Yeah.
3 fully whole videos dedicated to this one company. 3 of those, 3 videos that I would community tab post on my own channel, which is, again, 3 more main videos pretty much.
I want to stress, too, that a dedicated video is not a sponsorship. The dedicated video was, imagine 3 times on Gus's channel in 1 month. One of his memes was just like, hey, guys, go use this live stream company. Bye.
Yeah, for the whole fucking video.
That's the video.
3 fully dedicated videos, 3 community tab posts. She wanted 3 permanent Instagram stories that are forever pinned to your profile, and it said in the contract, can't take those off. 3 separate Instagram stories, 3 Snapchat stories, 3 Facebook posts, 3 tweets about it, and every time I'm going live, meaning 30 times, I have to tweet about my fucking live link on there.
Yeah.
I have to do that. And then she said, for the rate that we're going to give you, 10% of the fucking original rate that I had negotiated.
Right.
So she said, remember everything we said? I will offer you 10% of the number that you gave me.
I will say, just for information, because we don't want to give the numbers, that's why you're saying 10%, yes. But she offered that rate. Like, she didn't directly go 10% of what you offered. Like, she just flat out was like, here it is, a tenth of what you asked for.
And saying, like, and so we're good to go forward then, right? And here's the thing, too. I'm very proud of how I handle myself, like with talking to people and interacting with fans, and especially like business-wise, like I conduct myself really above board. I understand that sometimes people are they're in that unfortunate bearer of bad news situation where they're just like, I'm sorry, the company, I got to do this.
Yeah.
But just everything about this was so beyond insulting.
Like, it was lies and time wasting.
Wasted hours of my time.
2 months probably.
The fucking gumption of somebody to talk to me like that. And I just tore her apart, like the whole company. I sent her paragraphs. I said,
in a business way,
yeah. Not like, you ugly dumbass. I just said, like, I said, every YouTuber that I talk to that even insinuates that they might work with your company, I'm going to tell them flat out everything that you said. This is ridiculously unprofessional, beyond insulting. I don't know if you're new here or if your company's new, but I've tracked your company history. It seems like you've been around for a while. You guys rebrand all the time with the live stream apps. I don't know what happened here. that is a full fuck you to me. I don't know what you guys just did. And then, of course, tons of apologies. I just ghosted her forever.
Yeah.
But this is the kind of shit. That's one of the more heinous things. This stuff happens all the time with stuff.
It's full Wild West with sponsorships right now. It's just like a fucking nightmare to deal with. And again, not saying our job is a nightmare, but that's the worst thing to like for our businesses to have to deal with is trying to negotiate these things.
And the biggest problem is we've been doing this for so long, and we have had to learn by fucking up multiple times along the way, thinking, shit, we should have asked for this. Damn it, we could have put our foot down here. God, shoot, we didn't have to do that. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We are still actively learning those lessons. We've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
Companies, sometimes specifically brands, many time middleman companies will fuck over the ignorant creators. They will take advantage of people that are starting off. They'll take advantage of younger creators.
Yeah.
Give them shit rates.
So it's like if you are a small YouTuber or a growing YouTuber, the one thing I would say is talk to other YouTubers. It's not if you ask them, hey, is it okay if we talk sponsor numbers just so I can get an idea for it? Pretty much every YouTuber you know will go, yes, absolutely. I would love to help you out.
That is an excellent point. My DMs are closed everywhere. We have to mutually follow each other on Twitter. Like if you're another like full-time YouTube person and you want to discuss this stuff, again, as you saw earlier in the show, I'm fucking slammed right now. It might take me a few weeks, but please like contact me, contact other people. Like it's so weird and uncomfortable, and even with our close friends, it's weird to be like, I'm not trying to just be weird, but how much did you make? I want to make sure I'm not getting ripped off.
Yeah.
It's so important that we YouTubers talk to each other so that people, companies, corporations, and greedy middlemen people aren't ripping us off.
Exactly.
It is. I wish you guys could know. Maybe at some point we'll be equipped to talk about this on a bigger scale. Right now, we're just not able to do that.
Yeah, there's nothing like because I mean the truth of it is if you talk specifics about anything, we probably won't get sponsorships anymore. And sometimes you rely on that when YouTube like just goes down. You know what I mean with like adpocalypse stuff.
Yes, and like we're not actively participating in anything that's negatively impacting.
Oh
other
yeah,
people.
in no way.
Otherwise, why would we fucking be talking about this?
Yeah. We're just trying to give info on it.
Yeah. But no, it's so important. It's happening. It's so widespread, and it needs to be talked about.
Yeah, and just the main thing again, like I said, just get as much information as you can so you're not getting screwed over. Because there are sometimes I remember when it's so funny to look back on now and kind of shitty where like we thought we were like, oh my God, I can't believe this company would offer us like not saying we make crazy money, but like just percentage wise more than other ones. And then you find out, oh, I got fucked by that other company.
Yeah.
They completely gave me a terrible deal, and I took it because it was the first ad deal I've ever done.
That's just it. Where it's so multi-tiered because maybe a stupid big offer comes down. This is the grape high chew. Stupid big offer comes down. And you go, oh my God, those idiots! They offered me this, and then you realize, wait, I was getting fucking Bone City here, and then this new grape pie chew, this is still me getting Bone City.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know how much my views, my time was worth. God damn it. Because no one talks about it. There's no public information available. It's this behind-the-scenes shit that you have to figure out from talking to other YouTubers who have also messed up. Believe me, anybody you talk to has learned their lessons the hard way. Every fucking creator, doesn't matter who they are. They've learned their lessons the hard way, and some people have just had the gumption to figure it out and like, shit, like, you know, I'm trying to not diarrhea my words here. Some of the creators who have finally started to get into the fair pay range, this is my chart, have just had to kind of bullshit their way into like forcing these companies to finally pay them fair rates because they've been getting taken advantage of.
It's crazy, honestly, and I'm glad we get to talk about it kind of because
glad.
we're being vague enough about it.
Yeah.
It's just, the thing is, and I wouldn't say it's actively like, I'd say the system is kind of predatory to YouTubers. I'm not, like, there's not some really, really bad people that we're not talking about. The businesses and the middleman companies are companies. They want to get the best for their money that they can. You know what I mean? So it's like, obviously they're going to try and give us lower rates. But, you know what I mean? YouTubers are the ones with things to offer. So it's better if they know. But then it's like, people just blowing up where it's like you don't have a bunch of YouTube friends, your channel just blew up. Well, you don't have anybody ask, so we can give you a lower rate and you won't know.
Yeah, what are you an animator who just got out of high school, whose channel like suddenly got 300,000 subs, and you live in like Wyoming and you don't talk to anybody, but you got a bunch of people coming in and like someone saying like, "Hey, I'll give you $50 to put an ad on there."
Yeah.
Maybe that's exciting cuz no one's paid you before. You're getting destroyed and taken advantage of by people.
That was the thing too, is especially because when you're doing any type of like your own art stuff, you're just waiting for the moment where you can get paid any money for it, so you can show people like, "Hey, look, like it could be my job eventually."
Yeah.
So like people will. I did it. I took it like some like lower rates because it's like I can go to like my parents and be like, "Oh, YouTube's kind of a job now."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just, I don't know. It's a whole bunch of shit.
It's a
And
bunch of
I
shit.
think we've said everything we need to say about it.
Yeah.
Talk to YouTubers. If you're another YouTuber, or if you're growing or anything like that, try to get as much info as possible.
I even regret to some degree that this is kind of at the end of the podcast because, you know, naturally some people drop off as it goes.
Yeah.
We have, by the way, so many people stick around. Thank you for watching to the end.
I know. I remember one time I made a joke like, nobody's watching this to the end, and there was a ton of comments like, I am. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, shit, sorry.
So yeah, thank you. You're very dedicated listeners. We really appreciate that. Our time retention is through the roof.
Yeah.
That's you. Thank you. If you're an audio listener, I'm pointing at the camera. I'm pointing at the microphone.
We're pointing at you, right at your face, directly.
you.
There's a finger behind your screen is pointing directly at you.
Whoa.
It's a little scary.
I think it's really important that we continue talking about this more in future podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
And again, just to reiterate, there are many reasons why we can't just be so cavalier to be like, this company's doing it. These people at this company.
Because also the consequences you don't know. If you had one bad experience with somebody, you can't like tank a company.
That's
and be
the thing
like,
is you tank a company. Maybe there's 3 shitheads that work in the negotiation thing, but you call them out. What if the company goes under? Tons of innocent people that are
exactly
in this gets fucked over. And again, a lot of the information that we're bringing forward has been told to us from other YouTube people. So it's like I can't even say, oh, this reputable YouTuber told me this. Because then it's like they didn't ask to be involved in. They didn't know I was going to publicly say it.
We're just ranting about it now. Nobody asked us to. I honestly have not heard people talk about this on YouTube.
No one talks about it.
Because it's a fear of being like, if I talk about it, will my ads go away? I think we're just perfectly vague enough where people won't really care. So
exactly.
And the thing is, too, I want to stress is, it sounds bad to say right after this, like I'm trying to make up for it. There are a good deal of companies that I've had great experiences with.
Yep.
It's just like, then there's also a good deal of companies, probably like 50-50, that I've had terrible experiences with. And it's usually never the product company. It's usually negotiations with like middleman stuff and maybe sometimes a product. But like, if you see us doing an ad, it means it was a company that we actually could work with.
Yes.
So that's good.
And I have even personally had times, I don't want to speak on your behalf, I have personally had times where I've worked with companies and it's been knock out of the park stellar.
Yeah.
And then maybe for a future deal with the same company, maybe I'm working with a different person, maybe they changed their internal policies, maybe someone from the middleman company's trying to like fuck me a little bit. I have like 3 good experiences and I come out really publicly. I've had times in videos where I say like, man, shit's going down with these sponsorships, but these are some solid companies. And then I get like fucked over later on. And that's like, well,
do you guys have a list of us?
Do you have a list? What is going on?
Yeah.
You know? So then it's like, how do I know if my credibility is attached to me saying like, guys, this company's been really good to me, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Because then you don't know if somebody negotiating for that company is being shitty to another YouTuber.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so multi-tiered. I do fully believe that there will be a time, like, you know, these YouTube kind of scandal things come in waves. I do think even probably within this year that this shit's going to come way more to light.
Yeah.
People are going to be able to specifically talk with things. But the thing that we can do, that you can do right now, is if you're a YouTuber that relies on YouTube income from even if you're not doing sponsorship stuff, but if you're starting to get to the point where you are even part-time financially with YouTube or full-time and up, please reach out to other creators, get on the same page. Even if you don't think you're being taken advantage of, maybe the information you have could benefit a smaller YouTuber or somebody. Yeah. Even your info could benefit someone that's 10 times your size.
Yeah.
There is absolutely no shame in it. You could have 10 million subs and you could still be getting taken advantage of. There's no shame in sharing stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm happy that we talked about this.
Yeah, no, it's good because it's been something that's been bothering me for a while. Because I mean, you know, with me especially, like not especially over you, but just something specifically is I'm real negative toward industry stuff, and so it really bothers me when this stuff happens. I've had like arguments with some people sometimes that are trying to rip me off, you know, and I know you have too. But it's just like it's nice to vent about it a little bit.
Exactly. And I just want to again reiterate, if you're hearing us talk about a brand, almost all the time, that brand is fucking cool.
Yeah.
There are other people in the way that the money filters through that are taking advantage of people.
Exactly.
You know?
That's the thing is, like, I don't think I have one ad on my actual channel that is like, I was like, well, you're ripping me off, but I guess, because I just won't do it. That's why there has not been a sponsorship on one of my videos for like, I think 2-3 months, because it's just like the stuff has been weird lately.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, I'm not going to do it then.
Yeah, I'm just like right now I'm in the process of kind of clearing out shitty contract stuff where I feel like I've kind of been taken advantage of, and then going forward I'm trying to work with more people. We've learned more information. I am currently still learning lessons about ad rate stuff, and hopefully it'll be a lot more fair going forward.
Yeah.
Just a weird thing that you could really only talk about to like other YouTube people.
Yeah, and I don't think the reaction is going to be any weird, but I hope this doesn't sound ungrateful in any way. I don't think people will think that, because it's just like it's the negotiation stuff that's weird. It's not like, oh, I hate getting sponsorships. I don't think people will think that, but
I don't think so too. And we say before too, we're very fortunate and we're able to sustain ourselves with what we do, you know?
Yeah.
We do that, but I mean, you could liken it to any other industry too. What if you worked your dream job, you know? What if you were a freelance artist, or not freelance? What if you were an artist and you showed up every single day to your job and you still were able to make a comfortable living and you were happy, but then you figure out, oh, wait a minute, 90% of the other artists doing the same work at the same level are getting paid triple what I get paid?
Exactly.
It's not fair. You're being taken advantage
that's
of.
the thing is like, and this is for any YouTube person, this is for anybody in any business, is like, it's not weird of you to want to be paid for your value. You know what I mean? So it's like, the thing is, if you want to look at it just numbers based, is like what YouTubers are kind of giving is ad space with a numbers attached to it, and then maybe endorsement stuff. I've never like fully endorsed a brand or anything like that. I know there's like a debate of like what endorse means, but I was never like, this is my product. You know what I mean? And like, I totally lost my train of thought in the middle of my sentence.
That's okay.
But, oh yeah, so it's just like any industry you're in. If you notice that other people doing the same work as you, like you said, are getting paid more, figure out what's going on and get paid for your worth, because you're worth something and you're a good person and you do good work.
You special, BB. Don't you worry about that shit. You do you. That's all I'm trying to say.
Dude, I mean, we could have just cut out 40 minutes of the podcast and just said, you do you.
Probably. We could even cut the podcast right now.
No.